On R2, we are configuring the access list for the interesting traffic. So access list is a standard access list. Let me give you this number. Permits this network. You see, in this case, I'm permitting the entire network. That is not even advisable. Why do you have to permit the entire network for a host? Okay, let's assign this host, only this host. Okay? No, it's not advisable. You can't commit the entire network of your company to a different company. So permit host. What is this? Permit. Why is it not setting host? Okay, permit IP, sorry. Host 192.168.40.10 to another host on the other side. So one-on-one PC, nothing like network. And the other end, that's this end, is host 172.16.20 and .10. Okay, so these two devices will form the interesting traffic. Then what is the next step? We have to tie them up, right? You have to tie them up or map them together, wrap them, whichever way. And the command is crypto map. Let's give it a name. VPN _ Ghana bottling. It's going to Ghana bottling. So Ghana bottling. The name has to be descriptive. Question mark is followed by a number. So let's assign a number of 10 to it. Then IPSEC ISACA. We enter. It says what? This new crypto map will remain disabled until a peer and a valid access list has been configured. So it's even giving you a clue as to what to enter. You haven't configured a peer, so it's invalid. You haven't configured an access list. You haven't added any access list, so it's still invalid. So let's enter a peer. And how do you enter a peer? Set peer. Over here, you are going to enter the remote public IP address. So we are doing the configuration here, and our peer is 200.1.1 and .6. So set peer 200.1.1.6. What about the IP address? Match address. And what's the number of the access list that we configured? Is it 150 or 120? Okay. Access list number 150. That is it. So set peer match address. We have matched the address to this. Then we save it. Do right. We haven't applied on an interface. Okay, so you see we are following the step. Phase 1, we configured. Phase 2, we did that. And we created interesting traffic. Now we have wrapped, or the phase 1 is to apply on an interface. And in this case, we are going to apply it on interface E0/1. The other is the interface which is facing the internet. So exit interface E0/1. And the command is crypto map. What is the name of this thing? Yes, you copy it because it's case sensitive. Okay. Enter. Crypto map you copy the name of the map or the name that you assign to the wrap. They enter on the interface. That's all. We are done on Ghana Coca-Cola Company. So let's come to the other side, R5, to do the configuration. So on R5, the first thing that you want to do is to check whether you can ping your public IP of the public IP of your peer. And that is 100.1.1.5. Let's do that. For router 5, you are going to ping 100, 1, 1, and 5. It's responding. Okay. So configure terminal, crypto ISACAM policy, then encryption. Which encryption did we use on the other side? AES 256. And authentication, we use pre-share and the Feherman group 2. We exit and crypto ISACAM key. What was the key? Tom, 1, 2, 3. And what? Address. So the remote address is 100.1.1.5. I hope I'm right. So we are here on this router. Yeah. And our remote address on this interface here is 100.100.1.5, sorry. We're still on R5. Phase 1 is sorted. Phase 1 is sorted. Let's go to phase 2. So crypto IPSEC transform set. And let's give it a name. We gave it Bob. And for the authentication header, we use SHA and what? At. The options are there. If you bring a question mark, you see. You are not restricted to use what I'm using, okay? If you are practicing, try to use, but the fact is, whichever protocol you use on router A, you must do the same thing on router B. And the encapsulation security protocol to be used AES, and that's it. Phase 2 is captured. Now you want to define the interesting traffic. So at this time, this one will be our source. This IP here, 172.16.20.10 will be our source, and 192.168.40.10 will be our destination. So let's use access control list to create our interesting traffic. Exit. Access list 150. It doesn't have to match the other one. I'm just using 150 because I want to memorize it. Permit IP from the host (172.16.20.10) to the remote host of 192.168.40.10. Okay, we have defined our interesting traffic now. So interesting traffic. So now we have to tie everything up by using the crypto map command. So crypto map, let's name it VPN to Coca-Cola. You see, the name has to be descriptive so that, in fact, in the production network, if you have several partners, we are going to have a long list. So if there's a problem and you are troubleshooting, if you don't have the descriptive names, it's going to disturb you a lot. So make sure your maps are descriptive. Okay. So IPSEC. Did I give it a number? No. So 10 or 20 or anything. IPSEC, ISAC. I enter and it says it's disabled unless I enter a peer and an access list. I love this command so much because it's giving you a clue as to what to enter next. You set a peer, then you enter an access list. I love this. So set peer, and the remote end is 100.1.1.5. What about IP address? Access list, you're going to enter IP address. Okay, so match address number 150. That's the list number. That's it. We are done here. What about the transform set? The other one, did we set the transform set? We didn't. We didn't. So set transform set. We'll go back to do it. The transform set too, you have to, because you are wrapping everything up together. You have to copy it. Which name did we give to it? I think it's Bob. So Bob. No, Bob. Please, we'll go back to rectify that one. You match IP address, you set peer, and you set the transform set. Bob. Okay, so let's go back before we forget. On R2, crypto map. Let's copy this. Crypto map. Which number did I give to it? It's 10, right? Set, transform set, and the name was Natty. Let's be sure. Okay, that's the transform set. Natty. Let me be very sure. So show run. Okay, so that is our transform set, our peer, and our IP address. So we are good. Right. So on R5, we have finished wrapping it up. We need to apply it on an interface, the exit interface, E0/1/0. So R5 exit interface E0/0 and crypto map. We are copying this name and applying it here. You right. And I think that is the end of our VPN configuration. So let's check the continuous ping. It has responded. We have configured site-to-site VPN. This thing can bring you money. You can start taking contracts. Okay, it can bring you money. Next week, if Jehovah permits, we are going to do DMVPN, another very interesting configuration, DMVPN. So get prepared for next week, God willing, we'll do that. Please, any question? So now, private, okay. Private address is now communicating with another private address in a different company. It's only VPN that can achieve that. Any question, please? Larry, I don't see your face these days. Is it because you are living here?
Is that not?
Yes.
So I want to ask, so the VPN applications that we use to access sites that we are not supposed to, is this the same protocol that those applications use?
The one that the Sakawa people use.
Exactly.
No, I don't even know about that one. Honestly speaking, I know they have VPN. They have no, but that's not site-to-site VPN. Okay, I don't know. I can't tell you anything about that one. It's just like somebody bringing you Vodafone modem and telling you that this is a router, Vodafone router. You see those times, those dangles, the small dangles.
Yeah.
Then they'll say that this is a router. Vodafone, yes, it's a router. It does its own routing, but me as a network engineer, I can't configure access controllers on it, so I won't call it a router. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So that is one. This one is a serious matter. Site-to-site VPN. It's no joke. Larry.
Yes, boss.
These days, I would like people show their faces. This morning, when I was teaching TCNA class, one guy was sleeping, Amos. He was sleeping. When we closed class, about 30 minutes later, he called me and asked me that, oh, my link has gone off. Me, Nathaniel, my link has gone off, so I should connect. Oh, let me pause the recording. Oh my goodness.